want you to start praying and asking God, what parts of my identity have I accepted that you want to change? What parts of my identity have I just settled in because it's all I've ever seen, because it's all I've ever known, but it's something that you want to change? Because if you are really in relationship with Jesus, you should have a new identity. And that should really make some of us very excited, because some of us have had identities that have been plagued with pain, toxicity, hurt, and shame. And we are willing to accept a misshaped, misformed version of who we are. But the Lord says, behold, I can do a new thing.
Hey, NowGems. Good morning. They told me to keep it corporate, leave my faith at the door. But how do I park my soul on the shop, on the office floor? Proverbs 3:6 says, in all your ways acknowledge him. So I'm bringing God to work, office politics and gym. He's the master fashion designer, the ultimate stylist of my destiny, tailoring moments to fit just right, sewing threads of joy through patches of pain, turning rags into robes and tears into texture. He is the designer, cooking up life's recipe with unexpected flavors, a dash of delay, a pinch of breakthrough, simmering patience over a fire of faith, serving a feast in the presence of my fears. He is the chef, crossing out the scenes that no longer serve, rewriting my narrative with mercy's ink, trimming the fat of my old self, proofing my pages with grace. He is the editor, calling action in my silent seasons, positioning every player on the stage, capturing my tears as Oscar-worthy monologues, and cutting the scenes I thought I needed. He is the master director, whispering strategy in my ear, pushing me when I'd rather quit, drawing out the gold when all I see is dust, celebrating every tiny win. He is the master coach, tracking every heartbeat, every silent sigh, collecting metrics the world overlooks, analyzing my valleys and peaks, proving that even the lows work for good. He is the master data analyst, chipping away what isn't me, refining rough edges with painful precision, revealing beauty from stone and struggle, creating art out of my ashes. He is the sculptor, catching moments I tried to hide, framing my chaos with unexpected grace, capturing light in dark places, and making even my blurry days beautiful. He is the photographer, mapping moves 5 seasons ahead, orchestrating meetings I didn't know I needed, turning detours into divine directions, outwitting my enemies with ease. He is the strategist, negotiating peace in my internal woes, bringing harmony to my divided self, mediating between my fears and my faith, settling scores with kindness. He is the master diplomat, the mediator, remembering the details I've long buried, highlighting victories I never acknowledged, reminding me who I've always been and how far His grace has carried me. He is the master historian, plowing up hard seasons, sowing seeds I thought were dead, watering with whispers of hope, bringing harvest from barren places. He is the farmer, flying me through turbulence without warning, gliding over storms with a steady hand, reminding me that altitude affects perspective and I'm safer in His skies. He is the pilot, choreographing my missteps into art, teaching me to move without discomfort, turning every stumble into rhythm, and making grace my soundtrack. He is the dancer, organizing the archives of my soul, cataloging every forgotten prayer, preserving memories with sacred care, and always pointing me to the right chapter. He is the librarian, unlocking doors I didn't know were there, securing what's mine, denying what's not, breaking chains with ancient keys, opening rooms of destiny. He is the master locksmith, the key holder, examining my worth under divine light, polishing rough diamonds, setting broken gems into crowns, valuing me when the world forgets to look. He is the jeweler, balancing my silent cries with joyful shouts, adjusting the levels of grace and grit, mixing melodies of mercy into the static, making every sound sacred. He is the engineer, leading me down unbathed paths, detouring my delays into discoveries, turning detours into destinations, and never losing me in the crowd. He is the master guide, creating possibilities from impossibilities, patenting miracles in my name, designing solutions before I knew I'd need them, and calling it good. He is the inventor. God's not just a healer, He's my personal physician, prescribing peace when life's got me wishing. I've overdosed on stress before. Trust me, it's grim. But Psalm 147 verse 3 reminds me, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Life's a construction site, and I'm under divine renovation. God's the architect, mapping out my foundation. Isaiah 28 verse 16 says, a tested cornerstone holds it all in place. So if you see scaffolding, give me grace. Anyway, till you begin to sing the song, you don't know the parts that are missing. You ever start humming a tune and halfway through realize, hang on, where's that beat that makes your soul tingle? Life's like that. You don't know what's missing till you press play, till you open your mouth, till you start the thing, and suddenly there's a note you forgot you needed, a beat you didn't know you could catch. Start the song, NowGem. The missing parts reveal themselves mid-melody. It's not a mystery you solve before the chorus, it's a mystery that unfolds when you sing. Imagine the midwife handing you a life contract. Listen here, kid. You're about to cry about 2,300 times a year minimum. Would you sign up? Would you jump in? Nah, you'd probably swipe left on life. But here's the plot twist. You're here, tears and all. And for every tear, a laugh followed. For every fall, a rise. So maybe it's not just about knowing the score before you start. It's about showing up and living the verses as they come. Your guess is as good as mine, but I'm betting on joy. Life is like cooking. The food comes together, one ingredient at a time. See, life's a kitchen. You don't make jollof by thinking about it. You throw in that rice, the pepper mix, a little stock cube, prayer and vibes. It's one thing at a time. Dreams, plans, heartaches, comebacks, one ingredient per season. Don't rush the recipe. Don't skip the spice, because halfway through you might realize, I forgot the thyme, and that's okay. We simmer, we stir, we season as we go, one ingredient at a time. So, we've all been there. You had a plan. You even made a slide deck. 5 action points, 3 risks, 2 mitigation strategies, and then life happened. Because no battle was ever won strictly by the blueprint. The map is not the territory, darling. In the actual, the unexpected becomes the main event. And guess what? You adjust, you remix. You learn to lead with a pencil and an eraser in hand. Because growth lives in the unplanned. So, whether you like me or not is irrelevant. You might not vibe with me, but guess what? We're part of the same human squad. Like it or not, stuck like an eyebrow on a mad makeup day. You don't like your face? Are you gonna scrape it off? Your tongue's annoying you? Wanna cut it off? Yeah, thought so. So instead, how about a little TLC, some grace, some good old continuous improvement? Cause last I checked, even diamonds get polished and nobody shines by accident. So, decisions, the good old fork in the road. Before you sign that deal, tie that knot, click, accept all cookies, you've got options. After all, well, it's you, the commitment and the consequence hotline. So here's your word for the day. Choose wisely when the pen's in your hand. After the ink dries, it's game time. No take-backs, no Control-Z. You either live with it or upgrade the contract terms on the go. And as for me, who am I? What have I decided to say? The world is my stage. I don't need a megaphone to make my vibe felt. Neither do you, NowGem. The world is my kitchen. I don't need Michelin stars to season my sauce. The world is my runway. I don't need a Gucci tag to walk like a boss. The world is my dance floor. I don't need a disco ball to get groovy. The world is my playlist. I don't need chart toppers to drop a banger. The world is my canvas. I don't need expensive brushes to paint my joy. The world is my stadium. I don't need a VIP pass to cheer for myself. The world is my potluck. I don't need permission to bring my spice. The world is my parade. I don't need confetti to cause a scene. The world is my stage. I don't need applause to know I'm magic. The world is my movie set. I don't need Oscar nominations to act right. The world is my storybook. I don't need a publisher to narrate my greatness. The world is my orchestra. I don't need a conductor to hear my rhythm. The world is my garden. I don't need perfect soil to bloom wildly. The world is my meme thread. I don't need viral likes to stay hilarious. The world is my buffet. I don't need a silver spoon to feast on life. The world is my match. I don't need an extra opponent. I'm my own competition. The world is my stadium. I don't need a scoreboard to know I'm winning. The world is my comedy club. I don't need a mic to crack myself up. The world is my test lab. I don't need a supervisor to experiment with my joy. The world is my voice note. I don't need perfect grammar to be understood. The world is my bonfire. I don't need anyone's spark to light up. The world is my playlist. I don't need Spotify Premium to vibe premium. The world is my brainstorm. I don't need rain to pour ideas. The world is my stage. I don't need a spotlight to glow recklessly. The world is my breakfast table. I don't need avocado toast to feel trendy. The world is my birthday. I don't need balloons to celebrate my breath. The world is my yoga mat. I don't need to stretch to feel flexible in life. The world is my marathon. I don't need to race. I'm pacing myself. The world is my high school reunion. I don't need to explain my glow up. The world is my verse. I don't need a hook to catch your ear. The world is my tech demo. I don't need beta testers to prove my worth. The world is my jollof pot. I don't need imported rice to taste elite. The world is my show reel. I don't need editing to show I'm raw talent. The world is my lemonade stand. I don't need lemons. Life already flavored me. The world is my treasure hunt. I don't need a map to find my joy. The world is my skincare ad. I don't need filters to shine. The world is my TED Talk. I don't need a stage to drop wisdom bombs. The world is my album. I don't need a feature to charts. The world is my joke. I don't need a punchline. I am the punch. The world is my photo album. I don't need perfect angles to be a masterpiece. The world is my grocery list. I don't need validation to check myself off. The world is my blockbuster. I don't need a sequel. I'm timeless. The world is my market. I don't need to hustle to prove my worth. The world is my story time. I don't need a bedtime to tell my tale. The world is my recipe. I don't need all the ingredients to taste legendary. The world is my movie trailer. I don't need spoilers. Just watch me. The world is my reflection. I don't need a mirror to see my worth. The world is my choir. I don't need backup singers to hit the high notes. The world is my confetti cannon. I don't need a reason to celebrate. The world is my open mic. I don't need lyrics to freestyle my truth. The world is my pot of stew. I don't need imported spice to taste Nigerian. The world is my award show. I don't need a trophy to be golden. The world is my coffee shop. I don't need Wi-Fi to connect to my vibe. The world is my flex. I don't need recipes to be priceless. The world is my remote control. I don't need batteries to switch up. The world is my fire alarm. I don't need smoke to stay alert. The world is my solo trip. I don't need the passport to explore my mind. The world is my playlist shuffle. I don't need to know the next song. I'm vibing. The world is my sunrise. I don't need blinds to block my shine. The world is my paint by numbers. I don't need to stay inside lines. The world is my spice rack. I don't need bland days. The world is my social feed. I don't need likes to stay late. The world is my bakery. I don't need an oven to rise. The world is my 5K run. I don't need sneakers to chase my joy. The world is my worship set. I don't need a key change to hit my hallelujah. The world is my bonfire night. I don't need fireworks to explode. The world is my mixtape. I don't need a DJ to remix my vibe. The world is my chessboard. I don't need to checkmate. I'm unbothered. The world is my poetry slam. I don't need a rhyme to drop truth. The world is my photo booth. I don't need props to pose fierce. The world is my break room. I don't need tea to spill heat. The world is my market square. I don't need a megaphone to be heard. The world is my night sky. I don't need a telescope to see my stars. The world is my fitness challenge. I don't need reps to flex strength. The world is my group chat. I don't need replies to feel loved. The world is my food court. I don't need a menu to eat well. The world is my infinity pool. I don't need depth to dive deep. The world is my self-care Sunday. I don't need candles to find calm. The world is my day party. I don't need a wristband to show up. The world is my parade. I don't need permission to strut. The world is my sunrise. I don't need curtains to glow. The world is my notebook. I don't need neat writing to make my mark. The world is my boutique. I don't need labels to feel luxury. The world is my basketball court. I don't need a hoop to shoot my shot. The world is my remix. I don't need permission to switch up. The world is my lineup. I don't need to queue for my moment. The world is my season finale. I don't need cliffhangers to leave an impact. The world is my punchline. I don't need a setup to land. The world is my wardrobe. I don't need trends to stay classic. The world is my high note. I don't need auto-tune to soar. The world is my travel vlog. I don't need followers to journey bold. The world is my homecoming. I don't need an invite to arrive. The world is my warm-up. I don't need a race to stretch my wings. The world is my miracle. I don't need proof to believe it. The world is my punch bowl. I don't need a party to pour joy. The world is my reflection. I don't need filters to see flawless. The world is my choir. I don't need harmonies to be heavenly. The world is my fireplace. I don't need logs to stay lit. The world is my masterpiece. I don't need approval to be art. Anyways, thanks for sticking with me. Have a fun day.
No. Click on my computer on your computer. How can I click on your computer from my computer? There is an icon labeled my computer on your computer. Double click it. What is your computer doing on my computer? Double